one more, or
We'll do a couple more in a little time. We'll have another little chat, find out a bit more about Elysian. So you mentioned that you've done quite a lot of gigging around Leicester. Where do you have a favourite venue in Leicester?
we do.
I guess
It would be Pie Bar,
yeah,
but
it's very much our home crowd.
yeah, it is very much our home crowd. We've done the most gigs there. We know everyone in there. I work there as well, which helps. So I know all of the customers. I feel at home there. It's basically my second home because I spend half my life there, you know.
Yeah. We host 2 of our
music
nights there. We host the open mic on the 3rd Sunday of every month and our own night on the 1st Sunday of every month. So we spend a lot of time there.
We do spend a lot of time there.
So when you host an open mic, how did that come about? Is that something that Pi asked you to put together?
Yeah, basically Tom asked us if we could do it. Mia and the Moon used to run it, but these days they're very, very busy. I don't think they have the time to do it anymore, really. So Tom asked if we could take it over, and we were really up for it. We've only done one so far, but we've got more to come. And yeah, so far it's been really enjoyable.
And what sort of crowds do you get along to an open mic? Because it's almost as though they're cropping up in every pub, every venue now, open mics.
Well, what I find with a lot of open mics is that they run them in a lot of places. They run them every week, so the turnout to each week isn't necessarily as strong. But with the Pie Bar open mic, it's once a month, so it breeds a certain level of dedication to it. The talent that you get there is very good, and it's repetitively very good. And you get a lot of repeat custom. A lot of people will set aside that time in their diary to come along to that night. So overall, whether it's the people performing or the people going just for the show, it's a great atmosphere all round.
So your open mic has dedicated followers who will look out for the one that...
Yeah, we get some of the same people back every month, really, which is nice.
And I guess that appeals to the venue as well, because they know there's going to be a...
They've got a guaranteed trade every month, so yeah.
And as a band, do you feel you have a following now? Do you have people who come to...
We do, yeah. We have a few people that will turn up to, like, you know, not all of our gigs, but they'll make sure they turn up to one a month or, you know, a couple of months, which is nice.
We're starting to build that sort of repeat fan base.
Yeah.
Because how do you pitch it? Because there must be times when you're playing, I don't know, maybe 3-4 times in a fortnight?
Yeah, that does happen a lot. Yeah, that does happen.
Are you worried about overexposing yourself or putting a strain on your fans?
To a certain extent, yeah. Look, we played at Pie Bar twice in the same week.
Twice in the same weekend.
Yeah,
Friday night and Sunday night. But
it was a little bit of a concern, but in some ways you can't see it as a bad thing because you're always going to get somebody different.
That's true.
Come along to
we
those
had different
gigs.
people come to the Friday that came to the Sunday night.
Yeah, they catered to different types of music fans, and you're always someone new is gonna hear your music, and that's never a bad thing, really.
Yeah. And what kind of crowds are you getting along to an open mic night? Are you getting sort of what, 20, 30, 40?
It
the
depends.
Pie Bar mic is very
It's generally
mixed.
Pretty busy. But
The Pie Bar crowd in general seems to be pretty mixed, and at the open mic, you do get your sort of 20 to 25, but then you get people in their 30s and 40s that will regularly come along. So that's great to be able to appeal to a wide range of people.
You mentioned age. I'd kind of meant more the numbers turning up, but age is an interesting factor in music in Leicester because I go to quite a few gigs myself, and there does seem to be an older demographic of people going to gigs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
you notice that in your crowds?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
What do you think's gone wrong then? It's almost as though there's a disconnect with younger people coming to live gigs. Is that just me? Or would you make the same observation?
I think definitely trying to get young people out to pay gigs can be very difficult.
Yeah,
maybe it's to do with the sort of age of easy access. Everything is only a click away on the internet, so that's far easier than actually hauling yourself out of your house and getting to see something live. But for me, that seems like such a strange idea because music to me is live. it's seen an artist perform.
But yeah, most of the young people that seem to turn up are musicians themselves as well. Generally, you don't get that many people coming to gigs that aren't musicians, like young people anyway.
What do you think can be done to change that? Because if that perpetuates, you're almost going to run out of audiences eventually, aren't you?
That's true. I'm not sure. It's an interesting one. Maybe it's to do with the way things are promoted, making use of social media and stuff like that to the platforms that these young people are using to sort of help organise their lives, if you will. Maybe helping to push it across that. And
but then again, like we post so much stuff on Facebook all the time, but people must get sick of it. I'm posting stuff like on our Elysian Facebook every day. You know, people probably get fed up of seeing it.
I think a lot of what helps with places like Pyro is that a lot of their gigs that they do, well, almost all of their gigs are free. So if something's free, then you've got no excuse to go. But obviously, there are certain venues that don't get the passing bar trade that will find it hard to do that. So it's a difficult one to balance, definitely.
It is, because there's also the angle that people, if they see something is free, they almost think, oh, it's not going to be any good. It almost devalues things.
That's very true.
It's good that it's free because it means you don't have to pay, but by the same token, you wonder, does it kind of devalue?
Yeah.
I think it is definitely with bands starting out. A lot of people, they don't want to spend a £5 and take a chance on something that they might not like. Whereas personally, that's something I enjoy, is spend a £5, go to a gig, you'll find someone that you do like, someone that you might not like, but it's all you only know it when you experience it. And I think maybe a lot of people don't share that same mindset.
And £5 to go and see 4 bands over
nothing.
2-3 hours. That's good value for money compared to the cinema or going into a club.
Exactly.
But it's hard to get that message across, and it seems to be hard to get people to take the risk.
It seems that a lot of young people would prefer to listen to stuff that they already know, stuff that's been in the charts, than take the chance on hearing something new.
And do you think it also transfers across to just how easily available music is online now? Because basically people can almost get any music they want, again, without paying.
Well, whether that be through, say, illegal downloads or through YouTube videos. So maybe that's another angle that you definitely need to, a starting band needs to push, where you need to get anything, whether it's a live gig, whether it's a little session in a wood, whether it's a little studio session or something like this, is get it on the internet where anybody can access it in an instant, and that way it's easier for people to get a hold of, and maybe a lot more likely to grab their attention.
Okay, could we ask you then to do us another couple of songs, please?
Let's
most
go
definitely.
Thank you.
Should we do? I think we should do Summertime.
Okay.
Show a little bit of our jazz influence that we talk so much about.
Cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of those mornings you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the skies. But till that morning, there's nobody who can harm you. With daddy and mommy standing by. baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Right, what are we playing now?
Well, it's got to be an original now, hasn't
Let's
it?
go for The Weight of the World. This song has a swear word in it. Does that matter? No one's going to be too offended, you know.
It's just before the watershed, but we'll let you off.
Are you sure?
It's only one
It's
swear
only
word.
one.
We'll mute it.
You have been warned, viewers.
It's a lovely, happy song
Despite the
anyway.
swear
So.
word. Lots of things keep happening today, and it seems like nothing will ever go my way. And try as I might, I've got to fight, get myself a job and start acting right, but it's just not my day today. Well, I just burnt a hole into my sheet. I've forgotten who the fuck I'm going to meet. My life is a mess, I've got to get dressed, get my head outside and stop being depressed, but it's just not my day today. When the world keeps caving, I'll stick on a tune and let my friends come in, and I'll run away, and I'll run
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're on a slightly tight schedule tonight, so we'll try and wrap this up with just a little bit more chat and then one more song, if that's okay with you.
Cool.
Who are the artists around Leicester that you yourselves admire?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many.
It's hard as well because it's such a great community, so we're good friends with everyone. Immense pressure as certain people.
Can you mention them all?
Oh blimey! So we've got our wonderful Mr. Homeless Shakespeare, who brings this great sort of artsy kind of cognitive kind of element to it. There's people like the Brandy Thieves.
Brandy Thieves are amazing. I love the Brandy Thieves. Andrea's voice is like, she's got that raspy thing going on. It's
full
great.
Of character, full of
Jessie
energy.
Wright as well. I love her voice. She's got a similar kind of voice to me. She's got that kind of deep, soul-y, jazzy thing going on. Mia and the Moon are great. Like when they used to run the open mic night that we now run, and when we first started going there, like we were mega impressed with what they're doing.
Talented. And of course, there's the By the Rivers, who are a great inspiration to all us musicians. They've shot off into the stratosphere at the minute, so there's always somewhere to hope for when you think about those guys. But
is that the way that most musicians think? Then they look at the likes of By the Rivers, who seem to be climbing. I think they did Glastonbury last year.
Yeah.
I mean, do people aspire to the Kasabian model, or is that just stratospheric and out of reach?
I don't so much personally. I wouldn't ever want to be famous from my music, like crazy famous like they are. I just want to make enough money to get by and make music and make money from my music and live from that money, not like...
And feed on the whole community of it, and rather than that whole sort of superstardom kind of thing.
I don't think that would be for me. I couldn't handle it. It would be too much.
Yeah.
Just get away. Give me some space.
To know that people are enjoying my music and buying my music and sharing it with their friends, that would be more than enough for me.
So to you, it's more an art form rather than a commercial pursuit?
Yeah, definitely. It's going... through that sort of thought with it, it does then make it a little bit difficult to actually make a living off it, admittedly.
And if you were offered a sort of commercial deal, but you had to compromise your music, what would you do? Would you take the deal, or?
That's a good question. I think until you're proposed with that contract, it's a very difficult one, because as much as we want to say no, we'd stick to our guns and hold to our creative processes, our creative output, if you will. There's a certain level of give that I think all musicians have. So.
Yeah, there would be some appeal to being financially more secure.
Yeah, definitely.
What are your plans then over the next year or so?
Definitely to play more festivals. We've applied to quite a few this summer.
We're getting our EP printed soon.
Up probably. Yeah, see at the moment it's just on Bandcamp, it's recorded, but we've not got any professional CDs printed up.
So it's a virtual EP at the moment?
Yeah, it's virtual, not physical as of yet. But that's the next thing to come in the next few weeks. We're getting that printed up.
And then once that's sorted, we can push that on anybody and everybody that will listen to it, and hopefully from there we'll get more gigs and maybe start looking a bit further afield and spread a bit of influence into other cities and stuff like that.
Will you be having it on vinyl?
I haven't even. That's something we haven't even thought about. To be honest,
it seems to be burgeoning again, doesn't it? Vinyl,
yeah, it would be a good idea.
It's going to be a second wave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Thank you for that idea.
I think it's quite expensive though to produce, isn't it?
Maybe that's
the CD sales will boost the vinyl sales.
That's true.
Yeah. Sell enough CDs and then you can afford to get the vinyl.
Yeah.
But I think there is an element of the tangibility of having a CD or a record does kind of, I think it strengthens the link with the artist.
Yeah, and I love looking at the artwork and stuff like that in CDs. You don't get that with a digital download. You can't sit there and read through the lyrics, look at the art, that kind of thing.
There's a lot more work that goes into a whole CD package and vinyl package, etc.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming along tonight. We've enjoyed talking to you and listening to your music. If we could ask you to finish with one final song.
Okay.
And if I could just say beforehand, thank you again very much to Embrace Arts for putting us up tonight. It's been a very good facility. It'd be lovely if we could maybe use it again sometime. Thank you also to Bav and Joe for helping out with the audio and the production. And look out for us. Please, people, get out to gigs. Come and see these wonderful musicians. You can see they need your support. You'll have a great night. Doesn't cost a lot. And there are a lot to choose from in Leicester. So hopefully we've inspired a few people to go out and look at a gig. So thank you again very much for coming along. And we leave you with a final song.
I think we should go for All As One. All As One?
All As One.
Yep, that's the title of our EP as well, just so you know.
It's a nice little happy hippie song
happy,
to end
happy
on.
hippie song, yeah. This summer sun, she soothes my mind, beating down on me all of the time. And when she's here with me, it warms my heart, 'cause me and her will never be apart. My mind is opened up to our natural world. The colors and the shapes have all unfolded. Figures of light are here between her and me. Let me stay right here in this ecstasy. We are all as one. We are all as one. We are all as one. Together you and me. Flowers and little birds float by my face. Please just leave me here, this isn't a race. We are all together here, united by the feeling. We are all here because our souls need healing. Horses and lights like fire, music and harmony, flashing right by my eyes, I thought I'd never see. I could stay here all day, 'cause time is just an illusion. Sitting together here, molded by the fusion. We are all as one. We are all as one. We are all as one. Together you and me. Together you and me. Together you and me. Together you and me. Together you and me.
Thank you very much.